What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel. Now before we get started with today's video, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close and we are now on the road to 500 subs. Who knows, maybe we might hit 500 subs by the end of the summer, only time will tell. But as I have said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners over at Collector Store. Excuse me. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. On the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed. The possibilities are out there. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull a collector's rare out of this set. Excuse me. But it wouldn't be the first time that I pulled a collector's rare, because I also pulled this. Freshly pulled out of my Genesis Impact box opening that I did last year is a collector's rare Beat Cop from the Underworld. This thing looks absolutely beautiful, you guys. The centering on the back is a bit off from top to bottom, but honestly, it really doesn't make much of a damn, because I am going to be getting this card graded, but I never really came up with a good opportunity to do so. But with that being said, if you guys want to see those boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue. Maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue. Excuse me. Deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, because more than 80% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys aren't even subscribed. And to top it all off, we got to get more women to watch the content as well. So if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but you guys have not subscribed yet, make sure you guys do indeed subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which basically ties with today's video. But the question of the day is this: what is your all-time favorite Sting moment or accomplishment? Let me know down in the comments below. And for today's video, we are going to be talking about the retirement of the one and only, the icon Sting, and whether or not we could see him come back to WWE at some point down the road. Now, funny enough, Sting, I believe, is 65, if I remember correctly. And the guy can still go. The dude is still able to go. It's horrendous. It is horrendous to see that a guy like him can actually still go. How old is he? 64. Yeah. So So basically 65. Think about that, you guys. Think about that. And not only that, Sting is one of only a small handful of talent that got inducted into both the both both the TNA Hall of Fame and the WWE Hall of Fame as well. So think about that, you guys. Now, for those who are curious, Sting actually made his pro wrestling debut at a promotion known as Continental Wrestling Association all the way back in 1985. Back when he was under the ring name Flash, and he teamed up with Jim Justice Hellwig, now obviously known as the late great Ultimate Warrior, and they were two members of the Power Team USA in Independent All California Championship Wrestling. Obviously, they moved. Obviously they moved to the Continental Wrestling Association, the CWA, in Memphis, Tennessee, and that was basically where he got his start. And then obviously moving forward, he went on to so many other promotions over the years. Went over to Jim Crockett Promotions, obviously known by the whole world now as WCW, and then just basically continued his whole career from then on. Obviously with his rivalry with the Four Horsemen, becoming WCW champion on numerous occasions. And then also being a part of a rivalry with the NWO, and then being a part of the NWO Red and Black, known as the Wolf Pack. And after that, once WCW went out of business, he went on to he actually did a tour in Europe with the WWA World Wrestling All Stars, and then just continued on from there. Went over to TNA and started and just wrestled there for literally the latter part of his career, up until 2014, I want to say. It's like 2013, 2014. And then obviously we know that by the time he left TNA, everyone knows that he went over to WWE, and he actually had a couple of sporadic appearances in WWE. Obviously, talking about what was going on with him and Ultimate Warrior and all that. And then obviously we all know what happened there in WWE. He had a feud, he had a rivalry with the Authority, which his match at WrestleMania was absolutely insane. I'll admit it. I will admit it. He had a hell of a match at WrestleMania. And then obviously he got inducted into the 2016 Hall of Fame. Made a few sporadic appearances here and there in WWE, and then he ended up deciding to go to a promotion that Cody Rhodes started, known as AEW. Later on literally at the end of 2020, and and from that point up until now, he's teamed up with some guy named Darby Allin. I don't watch AEW. This is just from what I'm seeing here on Wikipedia. He's teamed up with Darby Allin ever since, and I guess Sting this past weekend retired as a tag team champion in AEW. But when you really think about it, though, Sting has had a hell of a career in professional wrestling, whether it was in WWE, in TNA. It didn't matter where. He had a hell of a career. And I'm going to be honest, I was not expecting Sting to actually, to be where he's at now. I wasn't expecting it at all because I grew up watching Sting from his days in TNA, and I knew, and when I first saw him in TNA as a kid, I knew full well that he was gonna make it to WWE at some point. We just didn't know when. But when you really look at the list of Sting's accomplishments across every promotion he's been a part of, think about this: AEW Tag Team Champion alongside Darby Allin, AEW Dynamite Award for Biggest Surprise, which was obviously his debut during their special known as Winter is Coming on Dynamite, WCW or Jim Crockett Promotions, NWA World Television Champion, NWA World Heavyweight Champion, two-time WCW International World Heavyweight Champion, two-time WCW United States Champion, six-time WCW World Champion, three-time Tag Team Champion alongside Lex Luger, The Giant, and Kevin Nash. 1991 Battle Bowl Battle Royal, European Cup in 1994 and 2000, Iron Man Tournament in 1989, Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup 1988 with Lex Luger, King of Cable Tournament 1992, London Lethal Lottery Tag Team Tournament 2000 with Scott Steiner, WCW United States Championship Tournament 1991 and 1995, World Cup of Wrestling 1995 with Randy Savage, Lex Luger, Johnny B. Bad, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, and Alex Wright, and third Triple Crown champion in WCW. Pro Wrestling Illustrated Comeback of the Year 2006, 2011, and 2014. Match of the Year 1991 with Lex Luger versus the Steiner Brothers at Super Brawl 1. Most Improved Wrestler of the Year 1988. Most Inspirational Wrestler of the Year 1990. Most Popular Wrestler of the Year 1991, 92, 94, and 97. Wrestler of the Year 1990. Stanley Weston Award for Lifetime Achievement 2023. Ranked number 1 of the top 500 singles wrestlers in the PWI 500 in 1992. Think about that, number 1. As far as like who could have been number 2, for all we know, it could have been, I don't know, Shawn Michaels. For all we know, ranked number 15 of the top 500 singles wrestlers in the PWI years in 2003. Ranked number 52 in the top 100 tag teams of the PWI years with Lex Luger, in 2003. Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame, Class of 2018. TNA. NWA World Champion. 4-time TNA World Champion. TNA Tag Team Champion alongside with Kurt Angle. TNA World Heavyweight Championship Tournament First Bracket and 2009. First Bracket 2009. 2012 TNA Hall of Famer. 3-time TNA Year-End Award winner for Most Inspirational Wrestler of the Year in 2007. Match of the Year 2007 against Kurt Angle at Bound for Glory, October 14th, 2007. And Match of the Year 2009 against AJ Styles at Bound for Glory, October 18th, 2009. Universal Wrestling Federation. UWF Tag Team Champion 3 times with Eddie Gilbert, twice, and one with Rick Steiner. World Wrestling All-Stars Heavyweight Champion. Wrestling Observer. Match of the Year 1988 against Ric Flair at Clash of the Champions 1. Most Charismatic 1988 and 1992. Most Improved 1988. Most Unimproved 1990. Best Babyface 1992. Worst Worked Match of the Year 1995 against Tony Palmar at Battle 7. Worst Worked Match of the Year 2011 against Jeff Hardy at Victory Road, which I do remember that very fondly. And if you guys have not seen that match, I believe it should be on YouTube. Check it out. Check it out and you guys will understand why it was one of the worst matches of Sting's career. You guys will have an understanding of why. I have a feeling that it won't surprise you guys, but it just might. Wrestling Observer Newsletter Hall of Fame, Class of 2016. And then, of course, in WWE. 2016 Hall of Famer. And 2-time Slammy Award winner. One for This Is Awesome Moment of the Year in 2014, which is obviously debuting to help Team Cena to defeat the Authority at Survivor Series. And Surprise Return of the Year 2015 as Seth Rollins' statue and attacks Rollins on Raw. And what's even more interesting is that with all of that, and with everything that's been going on now, there's been a lot of rumors, you know, swirling all throughout social media that, which, by the way, speaking of social media, if you guys out there, I don't know if you guys, but if are having the problem, but if you guys are having problems with Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Threads, you know, all things involving Meta, big shout outs to them as always. You might want to stop because they've been down. There's been some problems going on with them. So Meta, if you guys are watching this, fix your shit. Fix yo shit, because this is getting ridiculous. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but they need to fix their shit. Anyway, there have been a lot of rumors all throughout social media that with Sting's last match having take place this past Sunday at AEW's show, one of AEW's shows. I don't watch AEW, but being at AEW's big show known as Revolution, they both Sting and Darby Allin defeated the Young Bucks, I guess, to retain their tag team titles. And get this, guys, I'm still on Wikipedia on my phone, as you guys could probably could tell, but Sting had 29 matches in AEW, never lost. That's pretty wild. That is pretty fucking wild. I know that Sting says that he has expressed interest in staying with AEW. Being a part of a non-competitive role, but just because that's the case doesn't mean that we won't see Sting back in WWE at some point. And again, that's what I was referring to earlier, was the fact that rumors have spread that we could potentially see Sting back in WWE at some point, but more of the like more of like the not a managerial role, but more of just like shooting promos and just having fun with the fans. So we could see Sting back in WWE. I for one would love to see that, but if he does end up staying with AEW like permanently until he's until, well, you guys know, then I say I'm all for it, but honestly, I would love to see Sting come back to WWE, and who knows, maybe he could be a manager for, I don't know, for Gallows and Anderson. I don't know, maybe we'll see him become a manager for the Judgment Day. Actually, that might not be such a bad idea, because maybe that might turn Judgment Day babyface. Who the fuck knows? But I will say this. Shout outs to Sting. I seriously do hope he gets the opportunity to watch this video. Sting, shout outs to you, man. Hell of a career. Hell of a career over 4 decades now. Over close to 4, probably over 4 decades of being in the ring, kicking ass, taking names, winning championships. Shout outs to you, man. Hell of a run. Big fan. Thank you, Sting. Hashtag thank you, Sting. Could we see him back in WWE? Absolutely. Just because he's with AEW doesn't mean that we won't see him back in WWE. Make a couple of sporadic appearances here and there. I'm all for it. But with that being said, guys, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more WWE topic videos in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.